Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Harakakadash, the bonus to the apostles and elders, great most on that rule well, and Shalom to all the brothers doing the work of Syrian truth. Yeah, got this article on study finds going into 6G, and you can see from the picture they got up there, the stock photo. It's all about that, interfacing and basically sending. Well, these guys are saying that they're looking about sending information through light, like fiber optics, basically. And well, I'll go into it. So some study finds. It says what 6G wireless technology could use humans as power source. Study explains. So these guys are looking into what humans powering it. Which the first thing that should come to mind is the Karagma and the MOTB, because why? It's about fusing the angle Esau's been used to push it is what fusing man and machine. That's how it's being sold. So this is 5G wireless technology is just starting to take off worldwide, but a new study is already speculating on the future of 6G. Researchers from the University of Massachusetts Amherst say, unlike older technology, 6G could end up using people as antennas. Specifically, 6G telecommunications could possibly take advantage of visible light communication, which is like a wireless version of fiber optics. Right now, fiber optics use incredibly thin glass or plastic strands to transmit information on flashes of light. These wires are extremely small but also extremely fragile. The University of Massachusetts Amherst team says they have created a low-cost and innovative way of harvesting waste energy from VLC using the human body as an antenna. So yeah, using the human body as an antenna. So that means what? You're basically going to be receiving the signals, man, for your body, and then obviously where does that lead up to? Interfacing with that Karagma, man. Because this is the way I'll go into it as I go down, but the way it's being described is like you'll just have you'll just have like waves leaking out, and then you'll have a receiver in your body that will be able to basically communicate certain things just through that. And that's been the what's the term? The goal, the aim, basically having it where elites are trying to make it where people get the technology, the RFID within them, to where they then can interface that with the rest of the Internet of Things, to basically keep track and maintain power over, be able to execute control and power over the people, man, the masses of the people. And that's really how it's going to manifest. So it says the invention can recycle waste energy to power wearable devices and possibly larger electronics as well. VLC is quite simple and interesting, says Jie Zhong. I don't know how it's pronounced. Professor of Information and Computer Sciences at University of Massachusetts Amherst in University Release. Instead of using radio signals to send information wirelessly, it uses light from LEDs that turn on and off up to 1 million times per second. What makes VLC so appealing to the future of wireless technology is the fact that the infrastructure to use it already exists thanks to modern technology and smart devices. So yeah, it's something where it will essentially, it's funny because LEDs really did take over from like a decade ago, maybe more. When all the because I remember it was LCD for the TVs and whatnot before. Then when it was going HD, it went HD or LCDs. Then LEDs came in, and they've been basically used in everything. I remember the mobile screens. It was OLED screens. Like Samsung made the OLED screen, and that's kind of been, the peak of like that the mobile screens, the mobile phone screens, smartphone screens, and that. Um, so it's something that's really been integrated everywhere, even with light bulbs, because you used to have fluorescent light bulbs, but that's I mean, I think they still exist, like filament light bulbs, but most places are now switched to LED. So it's no surprise that with how mainstream it's gone, that's something that's looking to be integrated into this wireless system, this Internet of Things system, basically the beast system. Um, so yeah, so it says what? Okay, now. So it says what? Thanks to modern technology and smart devices, our homes, vehicles, street lights, and offices are all lit by LED bulbs, and they could also be transmitting data. It's funny because like how wild that is. It means as well that if they're able to get information through those things, then they'll basically it will be similar to the Dark Knight, the 2008 Dark Knight, where you had what's his name, Lucius Fox. You had what's the actor called, fucking I don't even remember his name off the top of my head. But yeah, character Lucius Fox, the old Jake, man. He was in Bruce Almighty as well. Ugh, his name's completely evaded me. But with in that movie, what did they do? They were using mobile phones as like sonars to ping each other to get images. That's something where it's like using something that's in like just technology just out there already. It's not like they have to set up. It's not like with this. It's basically something they're trying to do where you wouldn't even need to go out and set up towers or whatever, because of the sheer volume of like stuff that's out there. You could just use it, and then that then allows them to have a foot in basically everywhere. All these these innocuous things you've not been paying attention to, they now become part of that network where they can be tracking everything, which sounds exactly like what Esau wants to be accomplishing with this technology, with the beast system. So this is what things on modern technology and smart devices. Our homes, vehicles, streetlights, and offices are all lit by LED bulbs, and they could also be transmitting data. Anything with a camera, like our smartphones, tablets, or laptops, could be the receiver. Zhang explains. 6G can rely on VLC leakage. He explains that VLC systems experience a significant leakage of energy because LEDs emit side-channel radio frequency signals or radio waves. If scientists are able to harvest this radio frequency energy, I believe it's radio frequency, let's say RF, they can put it to use to turn this into reality. They designed an antenna out of coiled copper wire to collect leaked RF. From there, the biggest question is what kind of object maximizes the collection of this energy. And you can see down there already they've got what: wall, phone, iPad, laptop, and then human body. And it says what? Researchers experiment with all sorts of surfaces and thicknesses of wire. After resting the coil against plastic, cardboard, wood, and steel, as well as phones and other digital devices, turn on and off. First author Min Hao Kui tried wrapping the coil around a human body. I think if you go down, they've got it there where, you know, these men were putting coils of copper, you know, around the wrist, around the finger, which seems yeah, it's interesting that that's where he's going to, because that's something that then um would line up with the Markman. Because okay, well, even with the copper thing, I remember years back, well, even with the Oyster cards, those, when you can melt them down, and then it'll basically be like a chip, then around like the antenna will just be like a wire that goes around the edge of the card, and that's how it interfaces with these technologies. Like and that's something that people, I remember years back, you could get people melting down the cards and then putting them into different molds or different shapes, so you could have it as like a key fob or something like this. So these things are malleable, and you can easily see, just saying like, oh look, instead of running around and having to have a bracelet, just get this little chip put inside you. Then you're gonna be having information just flying in and out of you. Says as well, a cheap bracelet could give you 6G service. Based on these results, the researchers created an inexpensive wearable device called the Bracelet Plus, which people can wear on the upper forearm. Study authors note they can modify it to work as a ring, belt, anklet, or necklace, although a bracelet seems to work best for harvesting power. So yeah, basically sending them, them signals. They said it was like what? Having it in the bracelet. Having a bracelet is the easiest way. But then yeah, it's this is the start of them looking into it. And what it's already saying, like the human body, they said the human body was the best out of all these. As the team experimented using different daily objects to amplify the harvested power and discovered that the human body is one of the best materials. So yeah, it'll be like, okay, put the technology inside you to make maximum advantage of it. That's gonna be one of the means by which, they're gonna sell, they're gonna upsell, they're gonna be promoting it, which, just lines up with a mark, saying like, oh, it's wireless. The human body needs to be interfacing with it, and then just like, having it on the wrist, having it on the finger, where they could just say, okay, just get this, implant this chip, and it will take care of all that, and then you can start, interfacing with these technologies, man. Revelation 13 and 16 says, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, that no man might buy or sell save he that the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So yeah, that charagma, that mark, is what? It's part of how the whole system is going to come together for you to buy or sell. You to go out and get some potatoes, or go to work and then and get a paycheck. It's all going to be linked into that system, and that's where you can see this. This is now being promoted by these different technologies, saying like, oh, you can have all these information. You'll be able to, you'll be able to amplify the speed at which you're getting this technology or whatnot. Or just say, they'll say, oh, get this implant and then you'd be up to, you'd be linked in, man. You'd be made part of the family. And then it'll get to the point where it's going to be pressured. And everyone's going to have to be rocking with it, or else. Ezekiel 28:2, it says, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Most High Power, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God, I sit in the seat of God in the midst of the seas, yet thou art a man and not God, though thou set thine heart as a heart of God. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel, there is no secret that they can hide from thee. With thy wisdom and with thine understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches, and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. And that's what Esau's got. Esau's got that wisdom, which is how he's been able to push these things out. But the key thing is all for the sake of prophecy. This is all happening, so what? So the elect can get into the kingdom. And that requires what? Esau to go and push out this Karagma, man. Which, you can see Arkle is basically that going into that. This, Esau utilizing that wisdom to be like, okay, look, this is what we're capable of, man. So how much more PC happening in the future? And that's what a lot of people are going to be thinking. They're going to be thinking, damn, that's what we're doing. They're going to be thinking, okay, this is just the kind of, basic level. We get updates to where, we work on a super level later on as well. They're going to jump in. Psalms 49:11, the inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. Yeah, these elites are thinking they're going to be going on forever. That's why they're establishing these things. That's why they're putting, researching these technologies, putting money towards it, and thinking, okay, how are we going to utilize this? And then what? This fulfillment of prophecy. Because they're going to utilize it, as that system, that means of control. Which you can see that control, all these different, as far as we control, the masses are being hemmed in, they're being boxed in, as far as what, they're allowed to do, based on these controls, where, they'll say like, oh, yeah, we need this to, they'll justify it with, such an extreme circumstance. It's a one-off to where it's then in, it's in law, and they can utilize it how they desire. Esau's really going about trying to establish himself forever. But hey, how you even get this? So Revelation 14:9, it says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image, or receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Yeah. So those that get down with this, that basically you're messing with Esau's system, taking his his mark inside them, because what they're basically saying, like, this guy's the one, man. I just need to be able to ride with him. Then what? You're gonna be tormented with fire, and that's really the end that Esau's got coming to him, man. All the pomp, all the pride, that's gonna be in the bin. But yeah, I'll leave it there. Shalom. Yabba Shemishab Shubaka Dash Bakata. Shalom.